Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Tuesday, May the 9th. My name is Barry Anderson, the moderator of your trading room. This is the address to get in, and the room is open between 9 a.m. and up to 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I get live on the mic at 9, and I do share my screen all day long, and it is free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to participate. No strings attached. You don't have to give us a credit card or anything. We just ask for an email address. You create a password, and then you're in. All right, well, unbelievable day in our trading room, and you can really tell that earnings season is upon us now. One of the things that we're doing, we're following what we're calling this high count alert. Very, very, very simple. You know, this count column is really just telling us how many times is a stock making a new high for the day. This is on the upside, anything in green. How many times is it making a new low of the day? And we're just seeing that, you know, and this is something that Dusty in our room has been doing for, I guess, forever. But we're now starting to pay a lot more attention to it, that the ones that, you know, constantly all day long make new highs, seem to have just tremendous trends. I mean, it might sound obvious, but you know, I mean, we're just seeing that these ones that making constantly new highs are just trending all day long. So that's why that a lot of us that is what we're doing. So Diplomat, as an example, at the very beginning of the day, I wonder where it was. I'd have to find it. I had to do a reboot of Trade Ideas, so I've probably lost all my initial ones, so I can't really find it. But the bottom line is that Diplomat came up on the scan. But more importantly for me is that if you look at a daily chart, because, you know, as I said, not all alerts are going to be created equal, but just take a look at this daily chart right there. I mean, look at the potential void fill. So when I saw this trigger, and then I saw, wow, I mean, look at the potential. I'm not saying it's going to get up here, but, you know, the potential for a gap fill, void fill, is just too hard to pass up. So I entered this trade. See, let's get this just a little bit bigger. So I entered this trade at 1752. Right here on the second 5-minute candle. Well, actually, it'll be right there. I think I had an alert set I know what I did. I had an alert set for the high right there, and so I took the trade right at 1752. Close enough. I mean, look what it did. I mean, it got as high as 1848. What I love about it, though, I mean, this is only in 15 minutes. So, you know, I did take some out along the way. You know, I took some out at 1775 and 1815, 1821, and the last bit as it broke down below 18 at 1795. But a very, very quick, steady trade. And, you know, you have to love those ones to start off the day. The next one I took was AFSI. Same deal. This is just the reverse now. You know, the count was a lot, many new lows being made, and I hopped into this one on a short at let's see, it was 1282. I waited for the 13 break. So you might say, yeah, but it's so extended down. You're right. It'd be wonderful you get it up here, but by that time, you know, the alerts weren't really triggering in. So I was able to get in though underneath that whole number at 1282. That's close enough. I mean, and then it goes all the way down to 1211. So you have to understand that on a percentage basis in a very, very short period of time, these are just really, really excellent trades. Now, I didn't cover it at the bottom here. I covered at actually 1256, 1229, and then as it popped up, 1249. But again, very, very quick trades. The only one that didn't work out for me, I did try a long on YY on this break here. Didn't quite work out. Only took an 8-cent loss. Got in at 50. I think it was 55.58, right about here. Had a little pop up, and then it immediately came down, and I took got out at 55.50 for an 8-cent loss. And the last one was Horton. Horton Works, HDP, which I'm out of now. But the same thing. I mean, this was triggering over and over and over again on the new high alert. And I'd love to say I got in right back here. Not the case. So, in theory, late. But again, I'm looking at the daily chart, and if you take a look at the daily chart, you're really going to see no real resistance. It's near the high of the year also at that point. And so, I just love this break. I mean, you had 2 days ago, I think it was earnings. Yesterday, bit of a choppy day, and then it just blasted right through. So, again, I took the trade. Back to the 5-minute. Took the trade right here at 22. So got in right here. Had a nice quick pop. I did take some out. I think it was at 12:38. Sorry, 12:41. Took some out at 12:41, and was really wondering if it was going to get through 12:50. It didn't quite do that, and as it broke down through 12:40, took out the balance at 12:39. So not stupendous, but on a percentage basis, and again, fairly quick trade. Now I am in this one. It was a bit of a mistake to be in it. I'm still in it. I'm short this one at 1967. The same sort of deal. Multiple lows being made for the day. The problem is that I didn't take a look at the my daily chart that I have up for IB, Interactive Brokers, that has the 200-day. But I did notice that it is at 1941. So we are close to that 200-day moving average, which may or may not prove to be support. So, I'm in this one at 1967, so we'll just see what happens. I don't expect a lot, though, the fact that it is pretty close to that 200-day moving average. All right, well, all I can tell you is that, we've got so much activity now on those count alerts and the gap repeating. You notice that, Wayfair, VRX, another one that a lot of people were all over. Look at VRX. It's funny. I have unfortunately a little emotional reaction to a VRX because of what's happened in the past. And this was an earnings play, big pop up, but then once the market opened, it dropped, but it has popped way off that 1056, all the way up here now. If you take a look at a daily, if you can believe this one, that it could possibly be starting to come back. If you know the story about this, a couple of years ago, this was a well over $200 stock. A lot of fraud allegations. I think Ackman was a big proponent of it, and I think he just finally bailed after a multi-billion-dollar loss in it. So that's why I'm just wondering if we will see some, if it can possibly sustain itself tomorrow. If people will truly believe that maybe it can make its way back. If it can, look, it still has a nice little gap to fill, and then obviously, you go way back, way back. There's $225 back in, it's less than 2 years ago. So anyway, that is one reason why I kind of shied away from this, but a lot of people in the room did take it. We have a lot of tremendous traders in this room, so I would encourage you, as I say, it is a free room, no strings attached. I open the room, at about 8:45 Eastern Time, and that's when I start sharing my screen, and I get live on the mic at about 9 o'clock. So I hope to see you in the room tomorrow, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.